Have you seen all the rats around here? It's making me crazy. First, this guy decides he's gonna make $1 million. Opens a fancy restaurant. Rats in a cream sauce. Rat flambe. Rat necrom with bone meal gravy. Deep fried rat. Rat ragu with powdered deer penis. Of course, when the guards found out, they ran the sorry butt out of town. But they left the rats. Rats. Us? There ain't no way in hell none of us is going near Crow's place. Not with the money we get. I reckon you ain't interested. But all the same, if you're looking for some extra dough and fame, head west and look for the military compound out near Baker. You'll see the signs. Got that? We're scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Hell, not before long I'm gonna have to disassemble poor old Cerberus for parts. Hey, you get around, don't you? Tell you what, you bring me back any scrap metal you find out there, and I'll trade you whatever I can. We've got some stuff around here that we don't need, but a smooth skin like you might make use of it.
It appears that the devastation we brought upon ourselves was complete. Heaven, hell, and purgatory were itemized as well. So when a soul leaves the body, it has nowhere to go, and must remain here, in the metro. A harsh, but not undeserved atonement for our sins. Wouldn't you agree?
Luring in the darkest corners of the shadows that sprawled out at me, it watched me as I passed on foot. It felt the companionship in my heart and twisted its form at me when I approached. My shadow was back, as I feared it would be someday. My emotions became laxed, and I felt fear and anguish when I saw its form in the distance, following me. But I had made it go before, and I would make it go again, God willing. The healthy human mind doesn't wake up in the morning thinking this is its last day on Earth. But I think that's a luxury, not a curse. To know you're close to the end is a kind of freedom. Good time to take inventory. Outgunned, outnumbered, out of our minds. Come close, son. I'll tell you something. It may not mean much to you now, son, but I ain't gonna be around forever. When that time comes, you gotta stand up on your own feet, you hear? There's bad people in this world, sure enough. But don't never forget that you ain't one of them. You make your own choices in life. You do what you gotta do to survive, but you ain't one of them bad folk. You hear me?
Well, Haynesville ain't much, partner. Whitaker's got a grip pretty tight. What the soldiers don't take from you, the people there probably ain't gonna have enough money to buy. I'd say head onwards to Dallas. It's a long ways, but I hear there's a commotion going on down there. Might be a place for a fella like you to get some action, you know what I mean?
A human who is friend to ghouls? Suspicious. You mean the ones upstairs? Antler used intercom, told them to stay put, but they want to come down in basement anyway. I cannot allow. I cannot. Not right in head like I am. They attack you on sight. Ghouls too. They crazy.
Me and my recon officer were always at each other's throats, so we settled it in the ring. I had the reach, she had the flexibility. After 9 rounds, the judges said it was a tie. A lot of pissed off bettors in the other room. After that, we had a tiebreaker in her room. Let's just say I had the reach, and she had the flexibility.
With the 37 keys of Zinch, we open the way for our brothers. With 1,000 whispers of Slanesh, we call to them. With the 12 plagues of Nurgle, we fell their enemies. And with the mighty axe of Khorne, we cut open the world for them. In the year 2077, after millennia of armed conflict, The destructive nature of man could sustain itself no longer. The world was plunged into an abyss of nuclear fire and radiation. But it was not, as some had predicted, the end of the world. Instead, the apocalypse was simply the prologue to another bloody chapter of human history. For man had succeeded in destroying the world. But war never changes.